All right. What is up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Let's see here. We have got some stuff to fix. I think we're gonna do Eric's first. Let me see. Yeah, Eric. Eric with a brick. It's a brick. Oh, I don't know how many we're gonna be able to get through today. My arm feels like I pinched a nerve or something. I don't know. But here we go. We let the Discord know. Let's just double check things here and get a status check on what's up with. Oh, you know, I know where I have a spare amp. Hold on. Okay, ankle cracker. I have a freshly refurbished amplifier here. We've got new filters. We don't need a new diode. It is of the 42K date code. It's not going to fail and cause power issues. This is an amplifier worthy of Eric's Pod here. Let's get their name up on the screen. This one kind of sucked. This one kind of really sucked. Because it appeared that it lost ability to produce sound on both the logic board and the display. Let's go ahead and let Eric know they're up for fixing here. All right. Okay, Eric has been messaged. We're gonna do mics next after this. And then, what else have we got here? DC 276. With some bad filters. Kevin with no power. Ivan with no power. And Brad with no power. That is all that I've got the parts for today. Eric here wanted to get a space gray logic board for his space gray pod, but unfortunately we don't have any working at the moment. But they said that's alright. Go ahead and stick a white logic board in there. That is alright. Need me a second HomePod back. So we're gonna get that wrapped up for Eric here. And then we're gonna wrap up one of Mike's long-standing HomePods. We're just gonna put a new amp in that one too. Rest in peace, Mike's original amplifier. But we won't be able to I'm not even gonna bother spending any more time trying to fix Mike's amplifier board because it could be quite the rabbit hole continuing that one, especially with no obvious symptoms other than no sound, or not no sound, but the constant popping and the way that it just dances the woofer around like that as soon as you plug it into power. It's kind of scary. But all that aside, the biggest reason why we are deciding to replace Mike's amplifier board entirely is because it looked like it was a blown amp chip as a result of whatever prior damage from some repair attempt that was made to it. Mike wasn't the first person to try to fix that. He just got it for free, thought it just needed a replacement amp board, and when he put the replacement amp in, it had issues still. Upon further investigation, Mike found that someone else had previously worked on it and dropped the logic board on the power supply while it was all turned on. So I can't say I haven't done that myself a few times, but yeah, still kind of sucks to have to figure it out yourself instead of just knowing what you're getting. But at the end of the day, you can't really complain too much for the price. So I think us trying to chase down any other repair on Mike's original amp would be a moot endeavor. Okay, I'm curious if this logic board of theirs has sprung back to life or not. This is their original logic board, and we're just going to sanity check here that our replacement amp here is up to snuff. Stefan, welcome to the stream. Dan, welcome. Both of you fine folks, welcome back. Yeah, that's taking too long. That ain't gonna work. This one was an interesting one because it would, because of the symptoms, I can't think of what would cause a sound issue both on the logic board and the amplifier board. It's really rare for issues like that to span across multiple components. I mean, obviously it's perfectly possible for say power issues to fry multiple things that are connected to each other, of course. But the sound issues, those are always a little stranger. They tend to have less obvious faults that you can find. They get quite tricky to diagnose. Okay. We got ourselves a display all Good for use. There we go. M1 MacBook, let's go. I think you will be thoroughly impressed with what it's capable of doing. It'll certainly restore a HomePod. I don't know macOS versions off the top of my head. I haven't kept close tabs on naming schemes since frickin' Snow Leopard, man. That said, my M2 MacBook Pro, that's the one that I restore HomePods on. I keep it fully up to date. I don't do beta updates, but I do keep it up to date. So you should be as good and fine off following suit. Just make sure it is as up to date as it'll let you get it. And you should be alright. What's on my shirt? It's my kitty. Dan says Sequoia. Dan says yes. It has been sanctioned by Dan. Alright, here is one loggy board. Let's cover up those chips. Ooh, let's cover up those chips there. Make sure our thermal pad, yep, we've got a thermal pad on there. Not that it does much, but... Oh! Ha 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 ha! This is the shield from Mike's logic board. That's where it was dropped on the power supply and arced out. You know, I think we'll put that one on Mike's HomePod and I'll grab a different one here. We need thingies. Where can I acquire some thingies? Got some thingies. See, they should, yeah, there we go. Very nice, very good. Yep. 1, 2. I'm not into My Little Pony personally. Had a few friends that were into it, but I had enough anime to watch. Mike, that name up on the screen is you. That's that's you, Mike. That's not a different Mike. You're next. You're next. I did kind of forget that it was Washington's birthday today, so everything's closed. But I figured you'd like to at least see us slap that beautiful burnt orange onto that HomePod for you before we make you wait around to drop it off. Who disturbs my do not disturb? Oh. Yeah. Alright. No more distractions. I'll start charging $5 per distraction. It's 5 cents. 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 5 c Alright, let's make sure that we gave this some good life. Yes! So, this is the only catch. Oh, my Wi-Fi's off. It shows as a white HomePod, but it'll work all the same. So let's get Eric his HomePod back to him and wrap up Mike's saga here. Let's see. Here's Mike's boy. So, since Mike's already with us, I won't, let's see, let's get your name up here. Let's get this fella all fixed up. So we're gonna start with a replacement mesh, of course. If I can find my T5. Oh, we're so screwed. Please, please. Oh, no. Oh, this pod, I swear. I'm making a mess. Where's my freaking T5? I always leave it like right here. This serves me right for not staying organized, huh? Oh. Would you look at that, lucky me? I just happened to look at the right gap in all the crap on my floor and find it. So, goodbye to this. Hello. And Mike, this isn't some reject. This was meant to be for someone, and they ended up not meaning to be anymore. Or something. I don't know what happened to him, but at least it's going to someone now. She's real pretty. Oh, what did we end up as far as the top goes? That's up to you. That is all up to you. This is this one, and it's a little red. I don't know how. I mean, it honestly looks better on camera, I think, than in person. We could do. I think it'll look better with white. I think it'll look better with white than. Black. I don't know. I don't know. You've got until we've got it together to decide yourself, though. I'll go ahead and stick this on there just so we've got I think the white's the way to go. But if you want to do the black, then we'll do the black on the way back in. Let's grab a repairable amplifier board. Here I've got one with no bass. I already started working on this one last night. I already fixed the no bass issue. It was the classic dead MOSFETs over here. I just need to replace this component, and that might be it. Oh no, we need to give it some new filters, and it's good on the diode front. So let's go ahead and fix this board up real quick. I'll grab a parts board from here. I don't trust whatever's going on with your dead amp. I don't want to create more problems for ourselves. If we run out of things, God forbid, if we ever run out of things to fix, then maybe we'll just go absolutely buck wild and spend a few hours replacing as much as we can on Mike's original amplifier until we get that dang thing working again. You know, real cursed pod. How was that oriented? You had the dot at the upper left, like so. Let's get some good flux on there. There we go. It was being a little stubborn, but the board was also stone cold, so I'm not too surprised that took a second. Let's get those. Should we try this out first? So do a quick sanity check. Yeah, let's go ahead and. Oh, I almost didn't see it. I took a couple of caps off this board too for some other repairs. Let's go ahead and find a parts board with a set of good replacements that we can sacrifice. Those look a little toasty. Goodness, have I really messed with the ones on every single one of these? Here we go. So we need to replace these two caps right here. I already pulled them off the board for some other experiment long ago. I can't even remember what for at this point, but Wow, those take some heat. That makes sense. The big old passive cooling pad is right on the other side of the board for that main amp chip there, so. We got way too much solder on there. And it looks like some of that leaded stuff is interfering. There we go. Yeah? I say we leave it crooked like that just to keep it cursed. It's on there. Oh, buddy, it's on there. It's not going anywhere. Nah, I gotta fix that. I can't sleep with that. Alright. That I can sleep at night knowing I sent back to Mike. Now let's take care of those filters, and then we'll sanity check this board and make sure that my original diagnosis for this one's no bass issue is even right. Some good old-fashioned filters.
I see it. It's just a little crooked.
Mwah! Perfect. Alright. All in vain or good to go? Let's find out. Replacing the filters. Yeah, those tend to go bad and are the source of death farts. Death farts, if you don't know what they sound like, headphone users, you've been warned. That is what a death fart sounds like. And that is behavior programmed into the amplifier to basically force a restart if the filters have gone bad. So, since they are ceramic capacitors, all ceramic caps naturally decay over time and lose their effectiveness, thus leading to this particular problem. We like to replace those as part of any repair. Anytime we've got an amplifier in front of us, it's getting new filters, because I don't like getting anything I've already worked on back, especially for things that we can prevent. And the two most common hardware issues with HomePods are the dead diode for no power and those filters for death farts. Sometimes they go bad, but they don't go bad enough to cause death farts, but they can still cause damage and roast your subwoofer speaker. Not a fun time. Oh, I've got as far as cosmetic parts, I've got a whole bunch of both black and white. That doesn't make a difference to me. Yeah, which top, I don't remember now. Half of what I've done to your HomePod's all a blur by now. Alright, and we've got Mike's original rubber here, because it's perfectly fine to reuse your rubbers, as long as they're not showing obvious signs of aging. I suppose we should at least power this thing up and see if it's all working before we get too far into it. Is this even Mike's logic board? Here we go. No power. Hold up. going on here? Let's try a different logic board and display really quick. Make sure we're not fighting multiple issues here. No? Did I miss something else on the amplifier? Is it the power supply? I'm glad I tested this before we went all the way in there. Oh, come on. I'm going to contact the manufacturer of this screwdriver and complain. Cursed pod, Mike. Cursed freaking pod. Let's see. Oh, I see. Oh. Cursed pod. Cursed pod. I see the problem. There was one more component I was missing. Right. Oh, there's a couple of them missing. Shit. Shit, what did I do to this poor board? I just said, gimme that, and gimme that. Well, I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna put it all back. Mike, don't say that. I've already lost the first one. I guess I'll grab another board here. Alright, this cap's coming out. Does your pod beat the record for longest repair? It might. It might actually. If not, we're pretty close. They are resisting. We'll get them. I'm going to use this pad next to it to know when the solder should be melted, because it looks like I'm just not waiting long enough here. There we go. Okay, we got that one. Okay, we got those two on there. I'm gonna hit them again real quick with some flux. And I'm gonna tap them down, make sure they're really on there. Whew. That one started dancing around again and I got it right back on there. Let's make sure they're on there and then we'll move on. Uh-huh. Oh, buddy. This one's the easy one next to the diode. This one's a walk in the park. Okay. Sanity check, everything's looking good. Make sure that those components are connected. Uh-huh. Brothers. If this doesn't work, it's something else wrong with the amp. Let's give it the old air dry. I'm not putting it back into a shell until I confirm it's working. Here we go. I hear the magic sound. I see the funny light. Yes. Dance, my fishy friend. Dance. See, of course it worked. Of course it's working now. We did the right thing and tested it all apart before putting it together. So now we can put it together. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm making it a personal goal for this stream to not spend more time on Mike's HomePod alone than everything else combined. Whew, folks, that's about it for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to catch you in the next one. What did Mike delete? What message did Mike delete? Mike rarely deletes his messages. You should drop a logic board on the power so I should, you know? Better yet, I'll stick something metallic on the bottom of the subwoofer so that in shipping it'll fall off the woofer and like short everything out on the power supply, and it'll work fine for us, but as soon as he goes to plug it in, that's when it'll blow up on him. It's the perfect no fix. Ooh, salt water, that's a little too evil. A little too evil for me. This is like a burnt orange, like a Texas burnt orange. I basically mixed a bottle of orange and brown together. Well, like mostly orange and then like a quarter or half a bottle of the brown. Someone had this made for them to match. They requested a Texas like not Texas, University of Tennessee, UT orange. University of Texas or Tennessee, I don't know. I'm not into college or sports, so forgive me. But it's a college school color, I think, and I think we did. Yeah, the top-down camera gives it much more color accuracy than whatever's going on my side camera here. It turned out wonderful, and I'm just sad that it didn't work out. Yeah. No, my wife's dad works contract, hopping around all the different power plants around Tennessee and that whole area. And I hear that a lot, the Tennessee Vols. I'm just bending myself back a couple of cows here. They're not called RF shields, they're called cowls. Where's Mike's original? Here it is. Yeah. That's Mikey's alright. Listen, at the end of the day, there's no such thing as, like, brown isn't even a color, it's just orange with context. Yeah, there he is, Big Mike. Think Longhorns is more accurate? Let me pull up. Let me pull up their email and see exactly what they requested. Who was this? This was. Wow. Yeah. I remember that. We colored up this HomePod for them January. Oh, exactly. December 2023. We colored up this mesh for a Mr. Lee. And then January of 2024, I followed up with them over email again. Just to check in on them again, see if they were alright. I texted them, I called them, left voicemails, emailed them. Never heard back from them. Oh yeah, what color did they specifically request? Let's see here. UT Austin. They wanted UT Austin burnt orange. Oh, we've had plenty of Lees come through here over the years. What's wild is they sent 2 HomePods in. It wasn't just hey, can you color a mesh and sell it to us. They sent 2 HomePods in for full on repairs. And I still have those 2 HomePods. Hope you're doing all right, Lee. I'm happy to make you another one of these if you ever want it. And if you want your HomePods back, you know, the bill's always there to pay, and I'm happy to send them back to you. We are getting dangerously close to actually sending Mike a HomePod back. I was really hoping, I was really curious how many HomePods I could get Mike to send in to us before we had to send one of them back. And y'all might be thinking, wait, I've only seen you work on one of Mike's HomePods. What do you mean? Little do you know. Pretty much every single HomePod for the past 2 weeks has been Mike's, just under different names. Mike's got so many HomePods, it puts me to shame. So, if you're ever looking for a house to hit, don't hit mine, hit Mike's. Alright, actually, let's see here. I don't have any tops in perfect shape. That one's even got a crack in it. Let's see. I have plenty with very light scratches. I think you'll be okay with that. If I don't answer within 90 days, the HomePods are mine. Nah. I would if it was many other things. But with HomePods, you know, it's not like they just, if anything, it would behoove me to reset them, set them up on my home, and have them sitting around the house and using them on a day-to-day basis as a sort of way to test them until the day they may eventually decide to pay for them. And, you know, It's sort of like well, I don't know what that would be like. But in any case, I've got plenty of room for as many HomePods as people don't want to pay for repairs until they feel like paying for it. Now, you better turn on and function. Nice, 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 nice. All right. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'll give it to you. I think the space gray looks better on the orange. I'll concede. That looks pretty darn good. All right. Oh yeah, and we've got the power cord to match, of course. So we'll get that sent off to them. Goodness gracious. There's always more. Number 276 here. Let's let them know that they're up next. Where are they? Text messaging. Imagine it started Stefan. Stefan, I swear. Number 276. I do believe we would have time for at least one or two more here. Is it gonna boot? I'm double checking, and this one is definitely, it turns on, it boots, but it sounds bad. Death farts, loud popping, bass issues. I'm gonna be patient here and let it do its thing. Ooh. There it is. Yikes. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can get through here. My wife is currently making bread, homemade bread for dinner. And when that bread machine goes off, that is, our time is up. Well, I was supposed to be done before the bread machine ends, but we all know how how deadlines tend to go. I could have come to the stream prepared with an amp ready to go for Mike's HomePod, but I just wanted to make it interesting. Oh, do you guys want to see the other one? The other ones? We've got we got a purple mesh for Millie coming up. I'm cutting him a deal on this one because it's not perfect, and I used it to practice. Actually, it turned out really well. There was just this this scuff right here, and it started to like separate a little bit right here. But who's looking at the crack? And then I've got this teal one. Oh, this one turned out really nice too, but again, I don't know what was going on right here. It's weird that it's on the same... yeah. And then I've got a very purple power cable. I don't think I've gotten a power cable taken a color like that well before. Maybe, well, I'll let you folks decide. I'll let you folks determine our fate here. Do we, after number 276 here, we could fix up Kevin, or we could put Millie together with that purple skin. I mean, I think I know what everyone wants, but maybe Kevin's with us here and he's been eagerly waiting. I don't think Millie's with us because I didn't even let him know. But I'm sure they'll be happy to see us knock that out if we surprise them with it before we end today's stream. I haven't let Kevin know that he's up next yet, so as far as he knows, he might be getting fixed tomorrow or the next day. But on the flip side, Millie's been hanging out for a little while. They've been here for a few days already. They're waiting for a fix. They're waiting for the parts and the parts I've got. What was up with that? What a fight. Yep, smells good. No problems there. We got lucky. Ooh, I see a blown 10 ohm resistor. We got some spicy stuff going on there. Mike taking all the colored HomePods for himself, I see. There is someone, even if you've got the red, you're getting the orange, but there has been someone that has gotten like 6 different HomePods colored with us on top of the repairs, and it was like 2 years ago too. repairs were more expensive, and you had to pay for your own shipping. So they were paying a pretty penny for some pretty pods. And arguably, the results, 2-3 years ago when I was doing it, are nowhere near as good as what I've gotten them to. Oh, I finally got the perfectly sized pot to dye HomePods with. So instead of like a 20-quart freaking pot that takes 10 minutes to fill up with water and 30 minutes to boil, just so I can water down one bottle of dye and hope that it saturates the HomePod enough, I've got an itty bitty little, it's like a 1.5 gallon pot, and it is the perfect size for a HomePod. And even better, because you don't want to just stick the HomePod mesh into the pot and heat it up with the dye, because the bottom's going to get really hot and melt it. So what I had been doing was screwing an extra base to the bottom so that it acted as like a sacrificial barrier, so that it wouldn't burn on the bottom of the pot. But this, oh man, I found not just the perfect size pot so that I would have a super high concentration of dye to water, but also a little wire mesh basket that just fits even more perfectly right into the pot, and that I can put my mesh into and any other parts that I want to color, and it keeps it about 1 centimeter or 2 right above the bottom of the pot, and it's just perfect. Actually, now that I've got a small pot, I've got an induction cooktop too, and it's an induction pot, so I could absolutely bring that into our setup here and stream it next time we do some. Well, anyways, here we are inside of this HomePod. We're looking at the amplifier. We're looking at the DC filters for this Class D audio amp. They have gone bad, as ceramic capacitors naturally do over time. Even if they're not being used, they have a shelf life. They expire. And the worse they get, the worse the damage they can cause. We've also got a 48K dated diode there. That tends to fail and cause issues, the no power, the most common no power issue. Let's get that replaced. Ooh, you want to color the two that are showing? Oh yes. All right. We'll do it. Look up Ritz. Go to Ritz website and look through their colors of the dimorph or synthetic lineup, and let me know what colors you want, and I'll get that so I can do it as soon as they show up. Already got the colors in mind. Damn. Oh, is pink one of them? That pink, man, Niall, that pink. The pink looks so good. Oh, almost forgot about. It was staring me right in the face, too. A common casualty for those DC filters blowing up is this 10 ohm resistor right here. Oh, what's left of it. Yeah, let's get that replaced. See if we can't use the good old iron on this guy. Cool. A little bit of junk there. Get that junk out of there. Mmm, tasty. I have never iron soldered this component back on here before. I've always done hot air for it. We'll see how the iron works. I don't really like it. Is that connected? I don't think so. There it is. Okay, well, I mean, I probably won't jump on the iron every time I have to replace that resistor. I'll probably still use the hot air. But it's good to know that you don't need to use the hot air to replace that resistor. And I'm sure many people will prefer that because of the plastic connector right next to it. You don't want to be melting that and having to give more work.
There's about 40 more minutes on that, Brett.
Ooh, okay, that's enough time for one more?
Yeah, you told me to let you know when it was almost done, so
All right.
it's going to start baking soon. And when it's done baking, I want it to cool and I can start making breakfast.
Yeah.
Nah, stay out of there, baby.
She can come in here. No, she can't.
Yeah, wait, Daddy needs to clean this up later, okay? Then you can go in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ooh, you'll be excited to go around in here. You hear that, folks? We're running out of time. Did we decide in the chat what we were gonna do? Were we gonna do Millie's purple pod, or were we gonna take care of Kevin?
Leave that baby alone. He keeps hissing at her, but she doesn't know where he's at. He's like right in the door jam.
And she probably doesn't even know what to think of it.
What?
She probably doesn't even know what to think of it.
Yeah. She's his size.
Right, man, that kid can kick your ass. That kid's almost twice your weight now. Brought the price down on the dog-chewed HomePod to 60. Dude, snap that shit up. Get it. Get it. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. I mean, if a dog chewed through the power cord, then chances are it just needs a new power cord. If the dog chewing through the power cord is what killed it, then it's not going to be a diode. It will be some sort of internal damage as a result of the power cord being damaged. Probably just a power supply issue. The good news is your amplifier and your logic board will most likely be fine no matter what happened to that power cord. But also, if the dog chewed on the power cord after the thing broke and it was already having no power, yeah, probably the diode. Probably. But that said, I've been needing to add this to my website. I've noticed the 220/240 volt HomePods. They're all internally the same. What I meant was everybody that's using their HomePods on 220/240, I have noticed this big juicy capacitor blowing up and being the source of no power. Not often, but a couple of times. It's a thing. It's very obvious though. You'll take the HomePod apart and it'll have corrosion everywhere. And that capacitor will be clearly blown up and leaking. And, surprisingly, it'll probably work on 110, 120 volts AC still too. We had somebody send in their no power HomePod from overseas like 2 or 3 years ago, and to our surprise, you know, you see us every time before we start most any repair, we plug it in, we sanity check the symptoms. And we plugged theirs in, and it powered right up. So we got in contact with them. We were like, hey, are you sure you sent us the right one? Was this thing actually not powering on? And they swore they sent us the right one. And I kind of doubted them, frankly. But we kept, we said, okay, you know, it's working just fine for me, but maybe we'll see something inside. Let's go ahead and crack it open and find out. Oh, buddy. That's where we found that big juicy cap had blown up and started to leak everywhere. Luckily, it hadn't corroded anything yet. We were able to replace just the power supply. But another thing to worry about with HomePods. But it's really, I've only seen I think 2 or 3 instances of it. And granted, you know, not many people are shipping us HomePods overseas these days to fix them. There are so many people around the world offering repairs for them now. Hell yeah. But I still haven't, it seems like a really rare issue, but still one that I need to put up on the website and worth mentioning. One of the many possibilities for no power. But statistically, like, your chances of a no power pod having the diode being its fault is like at least 99 out of 100. very great chances. Even without looking at the power draw. Well, I don't see anybody saying one way or the other whether we should fix Kevin's HomePod or we should put Millie's purple pod together, so I suppose I'll go ahead and fix Kevin's HomePod when we get this one put together, unless anybody has any objection. But that'll be the last repair for today's stream. And then tomorrow's stream, then we will kick things off with Millie's purple pod. We'll hook people in with the purple pod, and then such is life. Knock out the rest of the day's repairs. Maybe tonight I can save a few more space gray logic boards and who do we have over there? We've got Thomas, number 308. Both Thomas and number 308 are also waiting for space gray logic boards. They have been waiting their due time. Screw Kevin. No. Oh. What? Do Millie. Alright, two people. One person said screw Kevin, and one person said do Millie. So we'll do Millie. I see how it is. Y'all be like that. When you change the color in software, I have no idea where it determines the color. To be frankly honest, I would love to know, but I don't. Hi.
The bread is baking currently. It'll be done in like 25 minutes. So.
Alright, let me. I don't have time for this.
No, Chell. Stop, baby. You can't go in there. I'm sorry.
Alright. Folks, it sounds like we're out of time. Unfortunately, Millie will have to wait. But that means I get to use their HomePod as clickbait for tomorrow's stream.
Chell. Leave it alone. Let's go. Your milk is done. You want a papa?
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, but it's a matter of what it takes and how much someone else has to figure out. I'm sure that someone, if we don't, someone will eventually figure it out now that we've given folks a way to restore the software on these and get USB and UART access. I have faith. I mean, unless... Okay, I'll put it this way. If if there's a history of people successfully changing the colors on the iPhone 6, right? Like if people are able to reprogram an iPhone 6 to show as a different color, then you have just as good of a chance of being able to do it on the HomePods here, because they're basically iPhone 6 hardware. So, folks, that is it for here and now. We are out of time. We gotta go bake some bread. So, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. It looks like we're an hour and 44 minutes into this, and I think Mike's HomePod took about an hour, I think. I'll have to double check, but Mike might have gotten what he wanted here. So, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next